Hi guys, welcome back to Drive London. I'm Rohit, this is Ray. We're about to do a mock test. Ray came to us after finding us on YouTube.
Yep.
And well, I don't like that.
No worries.
Let's try again. Hi guys, welcome back to Drive London. I'm Rohit, this is Ray. We're about to do a mock test. Ray found us from YouTube and got in contact to do a mock test with us. Ray has a test coming up soon.
Yep, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, so which is in a week's time, roughly. Yep. Now, tell us about your driving a little.
So I've been done about 34 hours exactly of driving. Usually just been going up and down the test routes really.
Okay, and you've never done a mock test before?
Never done a mock test before.
Nor a normal test?
Yeah. Nor a normal test, no.
Okay, perfect. So this is his first attempt. Now, this is his first time driving with us. He drove for half an hour here, which has been okay. He was just mainly getting used to the car. He's braking a bit sharp at the moment, so we worked on that. There was just one incident of driving the overtaking lane for too long.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, it's okay. But we're going to find out how he does in this mock test.
Cool.
Do you feel test ready though?
I feel a bit nervous, but you know, it's nerves, just general nerves, I guess.
And that's the whole purpose of these mock tests,
course.
just to get used to the actual nerves as well.
Yeah.
But do you actually feel like you're test ready, would you say?
I feel like I'm test ready. I think it's just the nerves that are kind of making me do a little bit more mistakes than I usually would.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just about getting control of those and seeing how we deal with them as well. Okay. All right, good. So we're going to start the mock test. I'm going to explain how it works, and then we'll get into it. Okay. It's going to last for 40 minutes. During those 40 minutes, we're going to keep from the road ahead unless I ask you to turn left or right. There'll be one maneuver and possibly the emergency stop, and one show me and one tell me question.
Sure.
And there'll be 20 minutes of independent driving. Usually I get people to follow the sat nav, but today I want to do one where you're going to follow directions and signs as well. Okay.
Cool.
For you guys, whenever he makes any mistakes, any serious or dangerous mistakes, it'll be in red at the top here. Anything advisory, anything minor, it'll be in amber, and anything he does well, in green. Okay, good. Let's start with the tell me questions.
Sure.
Okay, could you tell me how you would check to see if your power steering, how would you check to see if your head restraint's correctly adjusted?
To check if my head restraint is correctly adjusted, I would make sure that the rigid part of the headrest is meeting with just above my eyes, or just level with my eyes and ears, basically.
Thank you. Okay, so whenever you're ready, we're going to move off. Like I said, you're going to follow my directions.
Sure.
And I may give you some signs to follow later on.
No
Okay,
problem.
so whenever you're ready, we're going to move off. At the end of the road, we're going to turn left.
Okay.
like us to pull over and park in a safe place for me, please.
Okay. the curb a little bit there.
Okay, thank you. And drive on whenever you're ready.
Okay. On the cruise control now.
Turn left at the roundabout.
Okay.
To pull over and park again in a safe place for me,
Okay.
please. Thank you, and drive on whenever you're ready. Roundabout, we're going to turn left first exit.
Okay.
we're going to go straight ahead, second exit. So straight ahead, second exit. Right at the traffic lights. Now I'm going to start some independent driving from here. I'd like you to follow signs to Staines.
Cool.
follow signs to Whitton.
Okay.
So follow signs to Whitton.
Sure.
Okay. We're going to turn right at the traffic lights. We can turn off the wipers if it's not ready. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, we're just a little too close there.
Sorry.
Yeah? I forgot to mention that was the end of your independent driving, so you're following my directions.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going to
fine.
carry on straight ahead.
Yep.
the next roundabout, we're going to turn right,
Okay.
third exit. To pull over and park in a safe place on the right side of the road. Okay, thank you. Now I'd like us to reverse back 2 car spaces, keeping reasonably close with the curb.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
And drive on whenever you're ready. And at the next roundabout, we're going to turn right, second exit. Turn right, second exit. Take the next road on your right.
Sure.
Okay, and I'd like us to pull over and park just after the red car in a safe place. Good, thank you. Okay, we can turn off the engine, and that brings us to the end of our test. Give me a moment.
Sure.
How do you reckon you've done?
Definitely failed.
Sorry. Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Okay. Why would you say definitely failed?
I think I made quite a really serious mistake at the roundabout when I was turning into Witten. So my approach speed was too fast, so I came in at third gear. I should have been in second, and when I realised that it was too late, so I tried to change down, but that obviously made me stall right in front of where the traffic from behind would be coming in, and obviously I was stationary there for a couple of seconds, and that's quite dangerous. So yeah, that's where I probably failed with one of the serious mistakes. And then I think the rest of the mistakes probably would have been the humps. I think I was going over them too quickly. And I did that too many times. Obviously it's an uncomfortable journey to keep on doing that. Trying to think of, and also when we were going on to Witten High Street, you obviously had to take the wheel off me because I was nearly going to hit the car. And again, I think that's because I was in third gear and I didn't have complete control of the car.
No, you just based it, analysed that perfectly. Okay,
yeah,
so
I knew where I went wrong.
You know
I think
exactly
it was
your mistakes.
Yeah, it was. I think it's the nerves that really got to me.
Yeah.
At that point, and I knew where I was making mistakes, and it was very obvious, stupid mistakes that I could have avoided. But I think it was just the nerves that really got to me there.
Yeah, and this is why we do these mock tests, is so that you can get used to those nerves. But yeah, you're correct. Okay, so I'm going to tell you your results. So you got 4 serious/dangerous mistakes. So we got 3 serious mistakes and 1 dangerous mistake.
Sure.
So the dangerous mistake was we had to intervene.
Yep.
With the parked cars getting a bit too close, like you said. You're in third gear, going too fast, your judgment's not going to be great at that point. It's a very tight gap, you need to be slower so you have better judgment on both sides. Now that's not just the only place where you got too close to parked cars though. So in your general drive, I feel like you need to work on your clearance as well.
Yep.
And it's usually because you're going a bit too fast.
Right.
Or you're trying to stay on your side of the road too much.
Yeah.
the rule is we keep a meter away from the parked cars, and you can keep up to the speed limit. If you need to get closer to the parked cars, then you need to go slower.
Yeah.
Okay. And that will give you a better judgment. Okay. So especially if you're going into a new car that you haven't driven much, I'd be telling myself to get a bigger gap with the left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
okay. And I mean, the car you're learning in is quite big as well. It's a Ford Puma, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it should be a similar size, but anyways, it always feels different when you jump in a different car.
Definitely.
So you should always try aiming for a bigger gap,
Definitely,
ideally. Okay. And I felt like the speed and the gears you've been approaching in, it was a bit too fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So yes, you got a dangerous fault for clearance. We understand that. The gears, yes, you understand. In that roundabout, when we were turning right at Whitton, surprisingly, you knew where to go. Before I said follow signs to Whitton, before you even seen the sign, you kind of knew where to position.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Luckily, we moved that in good time, as it wasn't too early. You just don't want to get into that before you see the roundabout sign. But we could see the roundabout sign, so you went in good time. So even if you do know where you're going, just make sure you don't do it too early.
Preemptive.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. But yeah, so we approached that roundabout in third gear. Entering the roundabout in third gear is fine.
Yeah.
Because it's traffic light controlled. But as soon as you start having to go around that bend.
Yeah. If I was going straight ahead, it would have been fine. But because I was doing that quite sharp bend, and obviously had to reposition after going over the hatch, the cross line. The hatch markings. I need to get into the left lane to take the third exit for Whitton. So yeah, being in second gear would have had a lot more control.
Exactly. And when to do that gear change is literally just as you're going over those hatch markings, or you're slowing down as you're coming up to the bend, slow it down there, put your clutch down in second. And you said you tried to change into second gear. I felt like you kind of was, only when it was really too late. You started braking, you was trying to slow down the car, but you left the gear change too late. By the time you did it, the car's already stalling. And then we've ended up stopping there, and yes, it's a serious mistake. I didn't have to help you move off again. You did manage to get the car back on, and you got going again, so it's just a serious mistake. Had I intervened, then it becomes dangerous. Okay, but regardless, it's still a big major fault.
Yeah, definitely.
So just work on making sure that you're slower there. Okay. And then you got two other mistakes that you didn't mention. One was for signals correctly.
Oh yeah, that was when you said to follow towards Staines. I remember that actually. The lane split into three. One goes left, one is directly ahead, and I indicated right.
Okay.
And obviously for drivers behind me, that would have confused them because they would have thought I'm going into the right lane to go.
But you turned that signal off?
I turned it off, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't enter the roundabout at that point. Yeah. So yeah, we didn't need that signal. I didn't mark anything down there. But yes, you don't need a right signal there. It's when one lane splits, you just check your right mirrors and keep to the right. So that wasn't a mistake. Had you kept that right signal on, it would have been a mistake. It could be a serious mistake as well. But I gave you a serious mistake for your signals correctly is when we came up to the Tesco roundabout. You know, with the roundabout I'm talking about.
I indicated too late. I went past the first exit and just indicated then.
No. So when you came up to our roundabout, there's one lane to begin with, and we have a cycle lane as well. As we come up to the roundabout, it splits into two lanes.
Okay.
Now you put your left signal on, approaching the roundabout.
And that lets people know I'm going to go on the first exit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're literally approaching, telling everyone I'm turning left.
Yeah,
and then
I'm going round.
You went straight ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, had there been a car coming out of first exit, they're going to assume, great, oh, he's turning left, I'm going to pull out here.
And they wouldn't expect you to be going ahead.
Now your signal did turn off as you enter the roundabout, but you reapplied the left signal.
Yeah.
So the whole time round, you've had your left signal on, but taking second exit.
Of course, yeah. And I don't need a signal for that.
Exactly. So you need no signal to begin with. When you pass first exit, change it to a left signal. Okay. So yeah, you got a serious mistake for signals correctly there. And lastly, you got for progress, undue hesitation. Mini roundabouts, tell me what the rule is. Do you need to stop there or not?
You don't need to stop there if there's no, obviously, cars coming. You know, give priority to the right and any cars that are on the roundabout already.
Correct, so we give priority to the right.
Yeah.
We try not to stop unless someone is coming from your right. So we approach slow enough where we can give ourselves enough time to observe to your right, and if it's clear, we keep it moving.
Yeah.
Pretty much every roundabout we came to, mini roundabout, we came to a stop.
Yeah.
Only maybe one or two that you didn't stop on, but majority of them you stopped on. So a perfect example is this last one here, back here, where we had to do a right turn to come onto the test centre road. We came up to roundabout, there's nothing on your right. It's an open, very open junction where you can see very clearly, and you was at a decent speed, and we just came up, we stopped, we had a car behind, I'm looking at the car behind, they're looking at me, and we just stopped, and then you looked, and then you went.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Don't forget the person behind. If they can see that it's clear and they're so occupied with looking to the right, they don't expect you to stop in front.
Yeah.
Next thing you'll find is they're in the back of us.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I mean, that is their fault for, you know, preempting this. But you just want to get used to
just going ahead.
Yeah, that's it. And people don't stop unless it's
definitely.
right. Okay. And another time was when we came up to going towards the Tesco roundabout, where we came. Don't know what that road's called, but we went down this long road. We had to turn left first exit on a roundabout. There's 3 cars with a left signal.
Yeah. And I let one go, and I should have just gone anyway.
Not even one, you let 2 of them go, and then you ended up going.
Yeah.
But I'd marked that down as a serious fault at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 3 cars. I mean, again, it's such an open junction. You can see very clear.
Yeah.
Exactly. Had you just had you just stopped and said, oh wait, 3 cars are turning left there, I'm gonna go. You kind of stopped there. You looked at the 3 cars. They hadn't even turned yet, and you're looking at them. 1 car turned, and then the second car started turning, and then you're like, oh yeah, I can go now. And then you ended up going. I'm surprised you didn't get beeped out, honestly.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
So, yeah, that was a serious mistake on that particular one. And then you just kept doing it again and again, and it would have been another serious mistake as well, okay? So something you need to definitely work on is just undue hesitation on mini roundabouts. Trying to approach at a slow enough speed where you've got enough time to look and be able to judge whether or not you can go without having to stop.
Definitely.
Okay, so just work on that. Those are your 4 serious mistakes. Do you understand them?
Yeah, I know where I've went wrong. I don't think I kind of know where. I didn't see any mistakes where I wouldn't be sure about if I got them or not. But yeah, I understand them.
Good, perfect. Okay, I feel like the only one you didn't realise you made was the left signal on approach to that roundabout. Yeah. So just keep an eye on your signals. Just know what signals you're applying and stuff. You did get 21 driver faults as well. So minor mistakes. I'm going to just go through the main ones where you've got more than one. One is for your clearance. Okay, so you got a dangerous fault, but you also got 3 minors for clearance as well. So when we're driving, like I mentioned earlier, we're just driving a little too close to the left. Yeah. So focus on getting a big gap. Okay. Another one was use some mirrors before change of direction. Now in meeting situations, in more kind of difficult situations where you're having to deal with the oncoming vehicles, what you're tending to do is you're kind of moving your position first and then checking. It's too late by then. By then you've already moved your position. Yeah. Okay, so you've got to tell yourself there's an oncoming vehicle, or when you see an oncoming vehicle, ask yourself, am I going to have to really move my position here? The answer is yes. Okay, check my mirrors first, and then see if it's safe to move over. Yeah. Okay, but on 3 occasions, I felt like you moved your position without checking your mirrors first. Okay. Undue hesitation, already spoke about that. Your gears, sometimes you're changing up to a higher gear too early. Right. I know this is something you asked me right at the start of the lesson as well. Should you be going into higher gears on 20 roads and stuff? Yeah, you can do. But I feel like sometimes you're doing it too early as well. Yeah. Okay, and that's when you're getting stuck in 3rd gear, not gearing down as well. Yeah. Okay. When we came up to this junction here, this left turn at the end of this road, you didn't position all the way to the left. You're deciding to look to your right too early. And you're stopping more or less in the middle / on the right. Yeah. And then when you realise as you're about to move off, you're like, oh, and then you start steering even more. Yeah. Just make sure you focus on where to position first and then look for a gap. Okay? And that's pretty much it. Your foot brake, you braked a bit sharp on one occasion. Pedestrian crossing, actually this could have been a serious mistake. We're coming up to on Witten High Street, there's loads of traffic on the right side. Yeah. We're going over this bridge and there's loads of traffic blocking the view of the crossing on the right side. Yeah. You're in 3rd gear, you're just plummeting down, and I could see this woman that was hovering around just through the other windows of the vehicles, hovering around the crossing. Now she could have ended up side across there, and you wouldn't have realised because of the speed you're approaching at. So when you can't see both sides, go a little bit slower, look through the gaps of traffic, and then go. I didn't see you do that at all. Luckily for you on that occasion, there was no one there. Yeah. But had there been like a child or something, you would have seen them really late there. Yeah. Okay. So just be a bit more cautious when it comes to traffic and pedestrian crossings. Good. That's pretty much it. I'll go through this a bit more detail in a second. Sure. But you understand the serious mistake?
Yeah, definitely. It was just on part of going too fast.
Now, do I feel like you're going to be ready for your test in a week's time? Now, you said to me you got a couple of lessons with a couple of hours booked with your instructor. So this is something that I would definitely take back with him and maybe work on. Definitely look at your clearance, your undue hesitation on these mini roundabouts, and the signals correctly. I feel like you understand that fault on the roundabout, and with the gears, maybe this is a different car, but you just don't want to be. Just making sure you can change gears smoothly and making sure you're at the correct speed for these junctions.
Of course.
Okay, good. well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll let us know if you passed or
Hopefully,
not. And we'll let you guys know as well. Yeah, best of luck to Ray, and we'll see you guys on the next mock test.